When we examine a sentence like this, do not run directly into diagramming it. First, try to assess what it is. And when I say assess what it is, try to determine what type of sentence. You know it's not simple just by taking a look at it. So it is either compound, it is complex, or it is compound complex. You answer that by trying to find out how many clauses it has. Two different ways of doing this. First, try to find subject-predicate matchings. Try to find a noun-verb pair. And don't just look for verbs, but look for nouns that are actually doing verbs. That's one way to do it. Second way to do it, look for your conjunction markers. Conjunctions will indicate transition from one clause to the next. So can somebody tell me how many clauses this contains? David? You are correct that there are 3. Now, which way did you do that? Did you look at conjunctions or did you look at pairings? Okay, well, do one way for me.
Okay, pairings.
Yeah.
Writing gerund is.
Okay. Technically, the simple would be writing and is. Good. Keep going.
And then you have Mr. Clarkson can do.
Correct.
And then you have he is.
Correct. Okay, somebody pick it up from David and tell me where my conjunctions are. Julia? Yes? Correct. Answering those questions takes something that looks ridiculously complicated and makes it manageable, because now what do you have? You have 3 relatively easy sentence diagrams, not one huge difficult one. So we'll do them one at a time, as should you. Take a look at each clause and diagram it. Let's start with the first one. Writing gerunds is difficult. This is actually pretty easy, right? Okay? Should be. What do you know about it? But how do we want to do this? Because Julia, what do you need for a gerund in order to indicate to a reader that this is a gerund? How would I do that? The guy, the what? You're voguing. I don't understand. Yeah.
You put the stair thing on top of the line there.
This is how.
Oh, you put a tree there?
Correct. Do you recall why we used this triangle for the infinitive? Because the infinitive required a certain structure that did not fit into this horizontal line, but we still needed it to be on the horizontal line. So I'll use this again. Now you have a structure that will work. Because it will allow me to write the writing falling down the staircase as gerunds do. It will also allow me to diagram the word gerunds. Where does the word gerund belong and why? Zoe? Correct. Very good. Direct object, which means it belongs on the line. Vertical line to separate it to indicate that it is a direct object. Nice work. What? Oh yeah, across the hall where she's talking about love and we're sentence diagramming.
This is love.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's so far from affective, I can't tell you, which is why it makes me comfortable. All right. What else do we know? David? Is, what about is? Very good. Is a verb. It is your simple predicate. Thank you, Zoe. What else? Yeah, Julia. Very good. Because this is a linking verb, difficult is what structure? Predicate adjective. Thank you very much. Predicate adjective or nominative. What the slanted line means is that this is a linking verb. Okay? Because the vertical line, Zoe, that you placed up there indicates that that is an action verb. Right? Because it takes a direct object. The gerunds are being written. Something is happening to them. Whereas this is only linking to difficult. There's your diagram for the first clause. So that should be pretty easy. Should be pretty easy if you remember basic skills. So take it step by step. Students tend to rush into something expecting to know the entirety of the truth of the diagram immediately. You will not get there. You must take it step by step. Each piece that you know, fit the pieces together, and eventually you'll get something that looks enormously complex, and you think, wow, I did that. Yes, you did, without too much fuss.
We should do that. That would be fun.
It's an interesting activity because it wouldn't necessarily present itself for the benefit of those watching at home. David just asked if we would ever have to take a look at a diagram and make it into a sentence. I think it'd be pretty easy. Might be able to try it sometime.
I think it'd be fun.
Mr. Clarkson, typing clumsily, can do it. This is our second. Let's leave the conjunctions alone for a moment. What I need is another one of these. Save one for later. Danny, start us off with Mr. Clarkson typing clumsily can do it. Very good. Keep these two together, compound, noun. Mr. Clarkson, what else can you do?
We're going down the line. Oh, yeah. Dash line for but.
No, let's leave the conjunctions out for a moment. We'll assemble all the conjunctions after we're finished with each of the three clauses.
Okay. Well, like, can do. Would that just stay together?
Yes, because it's a verb phrase, remember? Do not remove the helping verbs. That's right. Mr. Clarkson can do. Danny, what do I do with the word it? It is the direct object. Very good. Danny, do you know what typing clumsily is? Very good. It's a participial phrase, which means it's acting as what part of speech? What do participles do? Or just take a look at